Now, in staying with that story, we're now joined on the line by COPE spokesperson Dennis Bloem. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Bloem. We are watching the reaction from COPE saying that you are extremely upset by this. It's an extremely unfortunate incident. Talk to us about some of your feelings of shock.
Good evening, Paul, and to the viewers. We are extremely angry with what has happened. Paul, if we have not advised this Dr. Makwarela to step down, then this thing could not have been. He was stubborn. He did not want to listen. We said to him that this thing, I said to him, this thing will damage not only him, but it will be a big damage to the image of the Congress of the People. But he was stubborn, and we are suspecting now that he was not an honest person who was planted into the Congress of the People to create this whole thing that has happened now.
So you're saying that you believe that he was planted to damage the credibility of COPE?
Yeah, that's correct. We are suspecting. We don't have evidence, but what has happened? Any credible party will think like we are thinking now, because why can a person go this far? You see, Paul, this man, Dr. Makwarela, was a speaker. We negotiated with the coalition to put him in as a speaker of Tshwane, but he was not satisfied, and he himself negotiated with the ANC and the EFF and the other party to become the mayor of Tshwane. It is not a Congress of the People's decision that Makwarela have done what he was doing. It was not. We were not. You can ask the ANC, you can ask the EFF, or any other political party that voted with him. We were never in meetings discussing this type of thing. He was alone, busy with these things, and we warn him against this thing, but he carry on. Look what he has done now.
We heard COPE Deputy President William Adisha trying to explain the vetting process that took place. Perhaps give us some clarity on what that process entailed before you got to this point.
Yes. Paul, let me explain. When there's an election, we have a process of nomination. Now, nominations come from the ground, from the constituency, with other words, the branch. From there, it then goes to the provincial election committee, COPE election committee. From there, the province will do the vetting, screening, and everything that is necessary. And after that, they will submit electronically the names of the candidates. Where the national comes in is when we are paying. That is the only time when the national office is coming in. When we are paying for the candidate to register our candidate. That is how our system is working. We trust our provinces, but look now, with Makwarela, we have never.
In your frustrations, Mr. Bloem, I'm hoping that you're still there and we haven't been disconnected. The DA has since laid fraud charges against Makwarela at the Brooklyn police station alongside some coalition partners, Action SA, IFP, ACDP, and the FF+. Will you be joining?
No, if they have laid charges against Dr. Makwarela, that is their right, because Dr. Makwarela have committed a crime. That is a crime. So we will not defend him. In fact, he's no more a member of the Congress of the People. He have resigned as a mayor. He have resigned as a member of the Congress of the People. But even if he was a member of the Congress of the People, we will never ever defend any wrong thing that any of our members are doing. We support what they have done, because we could have gone to the police station to go and open a case, but they went there in the afternoon.
So are you still going to do that? Are you still going to open a case? I mean, you've reacted with outrage.
No, you are not going to do double cases. They have already opened a case. So it's not necessary for us to go and open another case against them.
You're very concerned about the... You're concerned about the image of the Congress of the People. You speak about how it's damaged COPE. And the city is, once again, the city of Tshwane finding itself without an executive mayor. With this matter, where does it leave the ruling coalition in Tshwane?
I think that the political parties must regroup and look deeply into this whole thing that has happened. They must decide what they are going to do, because it's very important that the political parties must regroup and sit and work out a way forward, because the people of Tshwane is the losers in this whole thing. That's why we are so angry with Dr. Makwarela, because he have robbed the people of Tshwane from services. It is a very serious thing that Dr. Makwarela has done. Very, very serious.
You made assertions that you believe that perhaps he may have been planted to ensure that COPE ends up with egg on its face. What motive do you believe may have been behind, whoever you believe may have brought Makwarela to this point, if not himself? Mr. Bloem, are you still there?
Yes, Mpo. I'm driving. That's why I'm breaking up. But please repeat the question, Mpo.
Yes, I was saying that you earlier alluded to the fact that you believe that perhaps Mr. Makwarela, Dr. Makwarela, was planted, to come and damage the reputation of COPE. And, in that allegation, what motive do you think may have been behind it?
The Congress of the People was all, since its formation, a threat to political parties in South Africa. We are not thinking and pointing a finger only to the ANC. No, we are pointing a finger to other political parties as well, because we are a threat since the formation of the Congress of the People. That's why we are thinking like what we are suspecting, what we are suspecting now, that Dr. Makwarela was a plan in the Congress of the People.
Do you not, as the Congress of the People, hold yourself accountable in any form or fashion? Because, I mean, this was a councillor under your party. Surely you could, as a party, realizing the importance of the city of Tshwane and the really important role that needs to be played there, that you could have done your own checks and balances before all of this turned out so badly?
No, Mpo, I must be clear and very. We are not stepping aside and not taking the blame. No, we are not doing that. We are saying that the provincial structure that was supposed to do the vetting and all the other things have failed us, have failed the Congress of the people. That's why we are not saying that, no, we are stepping aside and we cannot take the blame. No, the Congress of the people, because that screening and vetting process was not done properly. That's why we are sitting in this problem.
So, Makwarela, was your sole councillor in the council? Who's going to replace him?
Sorry.
With Dr. Makwarela being your sole councillor in the council, who is now going to step into his shoes? Who's going to replace him?
We are going to sit down, the provincial structure, executive, the regional executive, and us as national. But we will not meddle into this process. We are going to leave it to the region and to the province to come up with a replacement. We have a list. That is there, a candidates list. We are going to sit there, but we are going to be very strict this time, that the national office must make double sure of anybody who is going in there. We are not going to take chances because of what has happened now. We cannot disappoint our voters the second time. We are going to be very strict and very, very careful. Who are we putting in there? Is this person clean, or is this person another Dr. Makwarela?
Very well. Thank you so much for your time.